Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat datang kembali di channel MGF MBMB.
And Alex Pereira, if he gets that rematch back with Ankalaev, do you think it goes down, any differently than the first time?
Honestly, I was very impressed with the hand speed and power of Ankalaev in that fight, and how patient he was, and how confident he feels. So, no, I don't think it's going to go much different. I'm a big fan of watching Peloton, but yeah, I think Ankalaev remains the same.
I personally believe Ankalaev will get the job done again. Obviously, Pereira is extremely powerful, and he's also very well versed in every area as well, because we saw his takedown defense definitely held up in that fight. But I just feel it's Ankalaev's time now. He had a hell of a performance in the first fight, and I feel it will go the same way in the second.
Thank you.
Oh, I think Alex will win. Yeah, I think he'll win. I don't know if it was just like that day, sometimes, I'm a fighter, so I know that sometimes we know that the person is so good, and us who are fighters, and we are used to seeing them, we know that they're not on point, they're not on their day. So I don't know what it was that day, if he just fell a little bit short, but I think he'll definitely come back stronger.
What about Alex Pereira? Obviously, he's hopefully going to get the opportunity to rematch Ankalaev again. If that does go down a second time, do you see it going any differently? How do you think that would play out?
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard for me to even remember the first fight. I know it was a close. Was it a close? I don't know. 5-rounder. Yeah. I think it'll just be another close fight. I don't know.
I think it's going to be the same thing. Yeah, I think Ankalaev does well, especially when he already has a beat on the person. So I think he's going to do everything he did well better this time around.
Ankalaev, obviously, if Alex Pereira gets that rematch against Ankalaev, how do you think that goes down a second time?
I don't know. That fight was weird. That fight was really weird. I felt like there was some burnout with Alex Pereira. And maybe that's just me, but I know as an athlete competing that often and not taking any time off, going through those 5-round training camps, his style of fighting, it really wears on you, mentally, physically, and I think it showed. It just looked like, he was kind of going through the motions. Ankalaev as well, they didn't look like the best version of Ankalaev either, so for them to have a rematch, it's an intriguing one. I just hope it's not the same tempo that it was the first fight, because that wasn't, I've had fights like that, but that's not a very fun fight to watch, to call it what it is.
Yeah, that one's tough. Ankalaev was dominant as hell in that fight, to be honest. Even in the rounds I think Pereira lost, it was still Ankalaev was in a lot of control. I also really like people hated on it, but when Ankalaev went out and pinned him against the cage in the 4th round, just to get that round for sure, that was genius strategy play. Just seal that round, know that you won, and then go back to taking risks and striking. Ankalaev showed that he could do that whenever he wants, it seems like. And so he always will have that option on the table unless Pereira is ready for it. So I think Ankalaev will win.
It's a good fight. I believe it'll be a lot more competitive than the first time around. I believe Alex is a smart fighter. I believe he does make good adjustments. He's always grinding. He's always working. The same can be said for Ankalaev. Ankalaev is a grinder. He's a very gamed opponent. But I believe it's all going to come down to adjustments that Alex makes. The important thing is on Alex to make adjustments. And we're going to see if he can make them.
Ankalaev is just so fucking good. I think a couple things. I think Alex has a great chance of beating him in the rematch. I think Alex goes too hard. How many title defenses did he have? Going up and down weight classes. Where Ankalaev rides the bench for a certain amount of time. Being that active and not only that, being a superstar. No one knows who the fuck Ankalaev is. Ankalaev walks down the street, no one knows who the fuck that guy is. Alex is a superstar. He can't leave his house without someone saying, "Oh shit, there's Alex, should we take a picture?" It kind of takes a toll on the mind. Where, you take Ankalaev, who just lives in a fucking cave somewhere. I don't even know where the fuck that guy's from, but dude, he probably lives in a fucking cave somewhere and just, he doesn't have to deal with the same pressures of being famous as you do in the U.S. So I think Alex, if he just takes a step back, clears his brain, comes in fresh, stop traveling all over the fucking world, I think you're gonna have he has a legitimate shot of beating him.
I think Ankalaev's gonna do the job. As amazing as Pereira is, I think Ankalaev will even be stepping up his game even more and implementing it even more. I knew the strikes from Pereira's side wasn't quite as much, but I do feel that southpaw style is going to be very difficult, a difficult puzzle for him to deal with.
I'm gonna give it Ankalaev.
Pereira. I'm not even gonna try to explain it. I just.
I gotta go with Pereira with this one. I'm a fan of his. You know, I try to emulate his style. I take a lot of notes when he fights, and I'm a fan of his, so I'm gonna back him.
I think Ankalaev will keep it the same.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a question mark. The first fight was not a blowout, but it was just kind of easy for Ankalaev to control where the fight went down, and I can't imagine that Pereira has done anything drastic to change the way he fights. Obviously, he's always got the chance to score a sick knockout, but like, it's like the only thing that makes me think Pereira has a better shot is that his social media schedule doesn't seem as messed up as it was before the first fight. Like, before the first fight, it just he was like in Korea sparring some heavyweight, and then like at every UFC event, and then he went to Japan, and it's like, I don't know how you can perform doing that. And then he had fought Khalil Roundtree and Jamahal, like he fought everybody before that. So I don't know, maybe he's been able to come back and just like commit to training and game planning more. But I would have to give it to Ankalaev just based on how the first fight played out.
That's a tough one. That's a tough one to decide. We will see, because Alex Pereira in their last fight seems like something was not right about him, because he was like not like we are usually used to see him fighting. So we will see if he comes in like more aggressive fashion into that fight. So I got that fight like 50-50.
Okay. Who would you give the edge to, though, if you had to pick someone? Who do you think gets it done?
I would like Alex to win.
And unfortunately, I think Ankalaev is going to get him again.
Oh, Ankalaev. I think he has a style that Pereira can't beat. It's the pressure and the knowledge that Ankalaev has of Pereira just, throwing that left hook to or those power shots to knock out. So I think the plan is going to be the same for Ankalaev, and it would be amazing if we were to see a little bit of mixing on the wrestling in there to take him down, just so it could be a little bit easier.
This guy from my country, and I support him, and I think if look like on the only sport, I think Magomed win, because why? Because first he has a good wrestler first.